What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Dorian.
What's up?
And my brother, Derek.
What's up?
And this week, we're talking about the bad guys. I was going to try to emulate Billie Eilish, but then I realized that I couldn't.
Oh.
So...
I'm glad you
I
didn't.
I always
really...
think of Crown
Oh.
when it comes to Billie Eilish.
What?
Crown? I don't know if I heard Crown.
Yeah.
I
I don't
haven't
like
heard
her
a lot
music,
of her music.
so whatever.
I like Lovely
Yeah.
with Kylie.
You're naming songs I don't know.
I also don't know what that is, but I can say that Bad Guys is really catchy.
Mhm.
Like, it did pop up on my Google playlist the other day, and I was like, I guess I'll listen to it. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of catchy.
That song would never pop up on my Google playlist.
Well, I listen to Lord, so
Oh,
Regularly?
yeah, that would be.
yeah, I like
Only
some
song I know by her is that one song that was popular. Yeah, I know no other songs. She's
Royal, yeah.
yeah. She's still making music.
Yeah, she had a new CD. I mean, I didn't.
I'm with you.
Like I saw the
I just know
Royals.
Royals.
Anyhow, we're talking about the Bad Guys,
Bad Guys.
which is a DreamWorks animated film.
Yes.
Yeah.
About bad guys.
Good description
Yes,
right there.
yes.
Excellent.
No, when I was watching this, I was like, this is like the animated Ocean's 11.
Yes, the
Yeah.
entire time. I'm like, this is just Ocean's 11. In
Kind
the
of,
Wolf,
kind of not, but kind
it's
of.
just George Clooney.
Yeah, and he tried to George Clooney someone.
Yes,
They mentioned
they
it.
this
mentioned
entire
it.
time. I'm like,
They
I
mentioned
was
it.
wondering, like,
It's like, don't George Clooney me.
At some points, like not always, but at some points, he sounded kind of like George Clooney, and
He
I
did.
was like, but no, that's not George.
Right,
Clooney.
I had to keep looking into who was the
it
voice
was
actor.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam
Yeah.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
Who I do like Sam Rockwell.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this entire time, I'm like, this is Ocean's 11, and
Mm-hmm.
that guy's just George Clooney.
Which, you know what? It's a pretty good movie. You know,
It is.
I think,
For,
you know,
yeah.
animated.
For an animated, I was like, if I was a kid, I would have really liked the movie.
Well, my son watched it on Saturday night, and I didn't watch it with him because I was doing some other stuff, and I was like, I gotta watch this movie. So I was watching it today, and he's eating dinner, and he's like, "Oh, can I watch the movie?" I'm like, "So you're gonna watch it again?" And then he's like, "Yeah, start over from the beginning." I'm like, "Bro, no, I'm halfway through this movie. You're gonna watch the second half."
Okay, well, I didn't like this movie that much.
Oh,
okay.
all right. Well, I mean, we'll get into the nitty gritty of it. One, I would say, I think the animation was interesting. DreamWorks definitely doing something different. It didn't look DreamWorksy. Like
Yeah.
DreamWorks has a style.
Yeah, because they do Minions too, right? Is that a DreamWorks movie?
Is that yes?
Yeah.
In Illumination.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I did like this because this was kind of like a mix of 2D and 3Ds. Like
Yeah.
the animals were like 3D, but then like their expressions were in like 2D or something. It was really weird, but
and
I
they
liked
did
it.
some stuff with the frame rate, which reminded me kind of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was I thought it was an interesting animation style. You
I
know?
did. I liked it. I thought the people were a little weird because I could swear in the background some people didn't have mouths.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Who was paying attention to the background?
I'm sorry.
But I felt like it was meant to focus more on the animals. So it was just like actual people were like just background.
I agree.
Okay, let's talk about world building then. This is a little weird. Some animals are anthropomorphic.
Oh
there
my
are
gosh.
people around, but some animals are just animals.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so confused.
I
was
wrote, I'm like,
confused.
this world makes no sense. I don't understand why some animals talk and other ones don't. And then they're completely fine with the animals living in the world. It's like no one's acknowledging that these are animals.
Right.
It's really
And
strange.
That's how the
people
world is.
are interacting with them as well.
And they're interacting. I'm like, they're
Yeah.
normal people, but then they're animals.
Yeah.
And then I don't understand is like why they're scary in some scenes, but not in other scenes. Doesn't make any sense. So, like if he puts on a white suit, now he's not scary.
Right,
He
right.
But
had
he
a
was-
mustache on.
I
Yeah.
get that.
And
No.
eyebrows.
Hey, look.
White suit, mustache, and
If
eyebrows.
Clark Kent can disguise himself
It
with
makes
glasses,
no sense because I'm saying
we
to
can put a
myself,
mustache on a big
he's
bad wolf.
still a wolf, isn't he?
Right.
I think it's
And
Same
then-
with
Why does the shark have legs?
Is he voiced by the same person that does King Shark in the
No,
it's Greg Robinson.
Craig.
Craig Robinson? Okay. He sounded kind of no, you know what, they're not the same, but he sounded kind of familiar to Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that's a wait, I know who that person is. I'm gonna look it up because it's like I know who does that voice.
And so I thought when they made mention of the meteor, I was like, oh, so that's why some animals can talk. That had nothing to do with it.
No.
It had nothing to do with it. It was just, I was like, okay.
I let it pass. I feel like the world is weird. I let it pass though because it's a kid's movie.
I thought it was going to be
matter.
explained. And when they made mention of the meteor, I was like, okay. And then it was like, nope, that was.
It bothers me so much. I don't like this world makes no sense.
Bother you that much?
And then the professor
really
is
did.
a guinea pig.
Right, but then there's other guinea pigs that are just regular old guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs.
It doesn't make any sense.
That was getting experimented on.
Oh my god, it made no
that's
sense.
why I was like, but they're regular animals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have been okay if it was humans and anthropomorphic animals, and that's just how the world was. But there were regular animals, so it kind of throws off the vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we have the bad guys, which is the big bad wolf, the snake, spider.
Mm-hmm.
The tarantula,
shark. Actually, tarantula. You should use a different spider.
I was gonna say they're just big and scary, but they're not dangerous spiders.
Yeah, they're not. But I think that's the point. Everyone part of the bad guys, they are things that are portrayed as scary. The big bad wolf is always the bad guy.
But they
Snakes
use
are
actual
bad guys
predators and then use a tarantula.
because people are afraid.
But everyone knows they're not.
It's about people's perception. They made that very clear.
First of all, I have a right to be afraid of a wolf. It will literally eat your face off.
Maybe.
So
it can.
Yeah. Piranhas will bite your legs. So that makes sense. Snakes, I don't want to mess with you.
Actually, piranhas aren't as dangerous as we.
No, they're not.
I ain't messing with no piranha.
I mean, no, I wouldn't jump in water with a bunch of piranhas, but. And then also, was it just piranha? It was piranha and the shark.
And a snake, shark,
tarantula.
Yeah. It was just 4 of them, right?
Well, see, I think
5.
I think it's
Sure.
like
there's map in there.
Part of the point of it was these are, and not saying these aren't dangerous animals, but it's about people's perception. Because wolves are dangerous, but like, how often do they regularly go out?
Well, how
humans?
often
Most
are
of
you
the
in the
time, they
Arctic
would
with the
avoid.
wolves to attack? I'm just saying.
Most of the time, they would avoid humans.
Have you seen the gray?
I didn't say it couldn't happen.
Here we go with this gray again.
Let's not go on a tangent. We had a whole hour tangent before the podcast. No,
It started with Gray.
that's all it takes. Just
The
a
Gray
word.
was a good movie though.
I'm just saying.
Maybe we'll put that on the list. Okay. So that, snakes they're dangerous animals, except for the tarantula. They're dangerous animals, but they're perceived as more dangerous than they are. So that's why they live the life as the bad guys, because everyone viewed them as the bad guys, which I feel like has an underlying message.
Don't judge a book by its cover, and everyone can change.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, because you think somebody's the bad guy, don't mean they are. Yeah.
Which I guess was the non-twist of the movie.
Yeah.
Super obvious.
I wasn't expecting the professor to be
The bad guy.
Seriously?
Mm-mm.
Saw that coming from a mile
The
away.
bad guy. No.
No.
I thought it was.
I thought anything it would be the fox.
And then you have conflict. I thought it was just gonna be eternal conflict with the group.
Oh no.
The wolf is trying to be good, and the rest of the
And the
group
rest
don't
of
want to
them
be.
don't.
Yeah.
I saw that dumb little guinea pig flipping on them a mile away. Okay, well.
You knew that the guinea pig was the grandma in
No.
the beginning. Yeah, because Dory would just be like knowing everything. She's like, I knew it.
One that don't even make sense because the grandma was so much bigger than the actual guinea pig.
Right. Again, another thing about things that don't make sense in this movie.
Well, it's okay.
Okay.
I do. Okay, I would say I tend to judge children movies a lot lighter than I would. But Dorian's strict on all movies.
All movies.
And then with the children's movie, which is always going to be dumb, she's like, "This movie's dumb." Well, yes, yes, it is.
I tried to give them passes, but the animal and the people living together didn't make any sense in the movie.
That is not that big of a hiccup.
It's not.
Okay, fine.
But okay, so she foresaw the guinea pig turning on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. So basically, the wolf wants to turn good because he was tricked into having a good feeling for being good.
Mm-hmm.
And the fox also convinced him. And at the end, it was all a ploy by the guinea pig.
Yes. To steal the meteorite because it has infinite power or some trash.
Yeah, the meteorite, that was kind of just do whatever it wants, I guess. It has infinite power, so he
And
can
then,
mind control things.
Why does it only mind control guinea pigs?
Because that's what the machine does.
That's what he programmed.
But why not program it to do anything else? And why does the world have so many guinea pigs? It doesn't make any sense.
That was a lot of guinea pigs.
They freed them all.
Yeah.
Why were there so many?
I bet
and
there's
then,
a bunch of guinea pigs in the world.
And then, how many guinea pigs died at the end of that movie?
A lot.
They drove through some guinea pigs.
They just
But one got ran over by an armored truck and it was still alive. So I think there are. They're fine.
okay. There's a lot of dead guinea pigs in this movie, and there was like 1 million of them
Yeah.
How many guinea pigs are there in the world? It might be a
in
million.
one city.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know. Don't the rats outnumber the people in New York? So maybe it's
Yeah.
like the same thing.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know. I stayed in New York. My wife was staying in New York the other day, and she was like, they were in their little place, and they saw giant roach. And the person was like, "Oh yeah, you're like docile. You just flick it and it dies." And I'm like, "Oh."
Oh, they didn't.
But
In New
it's-
York,
it's New York.
You stay in a hotel in New York.
Yeah.
You don't do Airbnbs or Verbals or wherever in New York. No, at least in a hotel, I know it gets sprayed on a daily.
Yeah.
Because in New York City, the roaches and rats, I guess, are king. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can you live here? I couldn't live there. I'd be like, oh.
I mean, it's so many people. They don't have nowhere. The rodents have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to see you though.
Yeah, true. But if it's that many, you're bound to see it.
I know. Interesting fact: our little crappy city is number 8 on the list for number of rats.
Really?
I'm like, how do we suck at all things?
Really? But I don't see rats.
You also don't live in the city.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the point. When I go downtown, I don't see rats. You see rats when you go downtown?
No, but I'm also not looking for them either.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm just saying it's 8th on the list.
okay.
I just feel like we want to be on a list with New York and LA. I don't want to be on the number of rats list.
Yeah. All right. So it's a light plot. There's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, because the
lot to it.
premise of the movie is they're bad, and basically they're bad because it's easy for them to do so.
Mhm.
And it's like, well, you can be good if you tried. So the fox is willing to,
Wolf.
right? The wolf is willing to, but his friends are not so easily swayed to be good.
Until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
because
well
they're
which you can
friends.
see coming. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Turn good.
The friends have to stick together.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know what else to say about the plot.
I mean,
That's the plot.
that is basically the plot, right? The guinea
Yeah.
pig uses them as a scapegoat so he can really commit his one giant crime. Which,
Mhm.
by the way, that long game was just like, bruh.
Okay, yeah. So his idea was he had, because he's the good guy, right?
Yeah.
And the city loves him, so everyone donated to children. A bunch of children stuff, schools and
Hospitals,
children
Hospitals.
hospitals
whatever.
and stuff. But and at the end of the day, he was going to steal the donations that he raised
Yeah.
and blame it on the bad guys.
Yeah.
There's easier way to launder money
Actually,
and
he
embezzle.
couldn't blame that on the bad guys. He blamed the meteorite being stolen on the bad guys, but You don't think it would have been suspicious that
Well,
like a bunch of hamsters stole all the?
That's what I'm saying.
armored
I'm
trucks?
like,
Yeah.
okay, so after you get the meteorite, one, he flew it by helicopter back to his house. And I'm like, is no one following this? How do you not see this giant thing in the sky? It's super obvious that he was the villain in this. And it's like none of the cops follow through.
Yeah.
Just didn't make any sense.
Well, they
and
were all
then,
chasing the bad guys. That's
Yeah.
another point of
and
the thing.
then the guinea pigs go wild and starts driving armored trucks filled with cash and stuff that they're going to then drive back to his house.
Yeah, I think it was going back to his house.
Yeah.
Again, not a good plan.
Not a good plan.
Also, I mean, if you're running a charity, there's easier ways.
There's
to...
easier ways to steal money from your charity. People do it every day.
I mean,
Yeah. Look at the Christies.
Just there's easier ways to do these things.
But yeah, so it's not a great plan.
No.
Yeah, that long game was not needed.
Also, okay. Oh well, I guess I'll save it for nitpicks.
Should we hop into nitpicks then?
Are you going for nitpicks? Okay.
I'm ready for nitpicks.
All right. Let's
right.
pick some nits here.
Okay.
Pick
All right,
some nits.
When they have the meteorite and they're gonna give it back to the police station and they're like, we can't do this without Snake. Could they have just dropped the meteorite off and then go get Snake? It's like
Yeah, but Snake needed to be a part of handing it over so they can all be good together or something.
okay. You could have just said he was a part of it.
But then you know what?
Oh wait, but you know what? It saved them because it was a fake meteorite.
But so here's what doesn't make any sense, because it's like they detached the meteorite from the power and it's like, oh, it's still working. And I'm like, is no one bothering to figure out why it can still
it's
be working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. And then Snake, first of all, so Snake, he's angry at the wolf and them for turning good, so he leaves. And so it makes it seem like as if he's going to go work with Professor Marmalade, which was the guinea pig, and he was on his side now. So, but it turns out it was all just an elaborate ruse by Snake to get close to Marmalade and basically turn on him. But my thing is like, Snake, if all of this was a ruse, why did you let your friends go through all of this? Like, they come back to save you when you didn't need saving. They had to drive off of a bridge. They nearly died.
Yeah,
Like,
we
you
gonna
didn't.
make it.
There were parts of this that I actually laughed.
I laughed at that part too.
Yeah. Also, another nitpick with that is the professor gave him the mind control thingy instead of stopping the heist.
Right.
Yeah.
He continues it, but then uses it to swap the meteorites. Why? You could have just stopped. You have the mind control thingy. You could just have all the hamsters drive the stuff to the police station.
I kept waiting for him to mind control these stupid guinea pigs to do anything other than what they were doing, and it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't the strongest writing, okay?
Oh my goodness. It was making me angry. It just didn't make any sense.
But that's how you got the Ocean's 11 twist and show you
Yeah.
what I did at the end.
Yes.
No?
But it didn't make any sense. It was so unnecessary.
You're right.
Okay, all right, fine. I mean, it's cool. It's all right.
All right.
You suggested a movie. I'm just gonna let you know.
I did, because everyone, the internet was talking about how good of a movie this
I thought it
was.
was entertaining.
And then
I thought
watching
it was,
it, I was like, man, I was really expecting this movie to be a lot better than it was. I was like, I'm mad at the internet.
We're watching the truth.
It's a children's movie.
Well, all of these adults said it was good. It's not like I was reading.
Because I think most adults could appreciate a children's movie.
You're right.
How deep do you want it to be?
It doesn't have to be deep. It just has to make sense.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I mean, I believe a hamster can be dumb enough to come up with this plan. Makes sense. Bad guys aren't always smart. No one said that.
I'm not saying that they all have to be, but some things needs to make sense. There's a lot of things that don't make sense in this movie.
Got you. All right.
Okay.
Other nitpicks?
Other nitpicks. I got a whole notebook page over here.
I see your paper. over there.
Okay. So,
It's
one
like a
thing.
CVS receipt.
One thing we didn't talk about was, should I start at the beginning? Let's start at the beginning.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, so it opens up in a scene that's very similar to how Pulp Fiction opens up. Snake and Wolf is in a diner having breakfast or whatever, and then they run across the street to rob the bank. So, like, as they're panning out because they're talking, you see, like, everyone in the diner is afraid of them.
Yeah.
How they get their food? Did they go in the kitchen and make it themselves? Did they serve themselves? I'm just like, everyone is so afraid of them. Think about it. The waitress is so afraid she doesn't.
About that? I didn't even think about it.
I didn't think about it either.
I didn't even think about it. Why did you point that out?
I didn't think about it. I just thought it was funny because it was like, hey, we never have to wait for a table because people are so afraid of us.
Y'all didn't think about that. Y'all didn't think about that.
No.
Maybe y'all should.
Like, didn't cross my mind how they get their food. There's a lot of stuff you miss in movies. Like, you know, you're always starting off somewhere and you don't know how the people got there. And maybe you never know. So I assume they just got waited.
What I'm saying, if someone waited on them, why couldn't she give them their check? If they had to go in there and make their own food, then why not just eat at home?
Okay.
It was across the street from the bank that they were robbing.
So you're right, but
you guys got to think about these things.
No, I think I don't. I actually enjoyed that scene. I actually was like, oh, okay.
I did too.
Yeah, I thought it was a good thing.
Okay.
It established the relationship between Snake and Wolf.
Okay.
And then they did their robbery, and we got introduced to the crew.
I said okay.
All right. What's your next sneak peek?
Why was that trophy under heavy security? Because in the beginning, after the bank heist, they wanted to steal the golden dolphin. And that apparently a bunch of people had tried to steal but never managed to. Why was that trophy so guarded?
It's an RP, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not. It was an award for humanitarianism.
But remember, the fox tried to steal it before, so it has to be a...
But why?
I think it's an art piece that they were giving to the hamster as a reward.
I thought it was an award like the Emmy or something. Like, you don't need to steal that thing.
No, because the backstory with the fox trying to steal
But she did steal it and she got bored and gave it back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a special item. I didn't think about why it's special. Do we ask why things are special? Why is the Mona Lisa special?
I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
But it is.
It shouldn't be.
Think of it as the Mona Lisa. Which the shark stole.
Helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the shark the master of disguise? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that doesn't have to. I'm gonna disagree with you.
It doesn't make any
have
sense.
to make sense. that nitpicking that makes sense.
I wasn't, but you brought it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, well, this doesn't make sense.
Don't nitpick that. Don't.
It's supposed to be funny because in reality, it would not be.
You would be like, that's a shark.
Okay. All right. Are we ready for more?
Yeah. Go down your CVS receipt list and let us know. What else is
So he uses a retinal scanner to get into the vault.
Oh my god. Yes, he used it on his cell phone.
He used it on his cell phone. It doesn't make any sense. And then he did a zoom and enhance. Like, why? Just come on.
No, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
Okay. We're thinking too hard.
I'm not thinking too hard in this. First of all, I don't know how you guys watch movies.
Like a normal
person. And when watching a children's movie, which obviously is not about real thieves doing real thievery, I accept the fact that he used a cell phone for it because my son doesn't need to understand that he needs an actual eyeball in order to break into a retinal scanner.
I'm just like, if you're going to go with these nitpicks, then you just be like, why is there talking animals?
Well, I already said the world didn't make any sense.
Yeah, she's not okay with the world.
I'm not okay with the world. It doesn't make any sense. Come on. The shark or piranha has legs.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
They gonna walk around
well, why are they out of water? That's
rename this. Dorian loses it over children's movie.
Right.
All right, the retinal scanner. I'm gonna disagree with you.
No.
I understood
If
that
I'm gonna
that
give
would
you
work.
weird, stupid animals, the retinas, we can't do that.
How many?
Same
How
thing
much
with the
of
fingerprint
Ocean's
thing
11
with the
would not
eye, with the
work?
glasses.
Oh, the fingerprint with the glasses.
Yes.
And she put her fingerprint on the glasses, and how did he get it off?
He
He did.
blew into it.
He blew into
to
it and
get
held the glass up to
yeah.
the.
Right. I was like, you could use that fingerprint and use it. Actually, that might work. No, it was.
No,
proven,
I don't think it's gonna work.
No, it was proven. Didn't MythBusters use a photocopy of a fingerprint and it worked on the fingerprint scanner?
I gotta see that episode because I
think they did something like that because that's how I knew. Like in
Could you- but-
Ant-Man,
but
that
could you
would have
just-
worked.
but-
He wouldn't get a full print. The problem is getting a print.
I don't think it will work from an eyeglass to the scanner. I don't think will work.
Probably not.
I think you gotta lift that print.
I mean, yeah, you have to lift the print. I was saying it wasn't as far fetched, but okay, all right, sure. I mean, horrible. Why would they do that? How much of Ocean's 11 could they have actually done?
They made it more believable.
Okay, all right, I got you. They gotta make it believable.
Thank you. Okay.
I mean, you were lost with the opening credits,
Right.
rolled.
How did he grapple hook to the moon?
They changed the DreamWorks moon. I was like, that was different.
They did change it.
Why? Now it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, yeah. It didn't ruin the movie
Ridiculous.
for me, though.
Whatever. Okay, so
All right,
anyways,
what's your next nitpick?
they end up in prison.
Mhm.
And the Crimson Paw, who turned out to be Miss Foxington? Is that the
her?
name of the governor?
Diane.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it is Foxington.
Yeah, so she turns out to be the Crimson Paw, who's this super duper thief or
Mhm.
whatever
That
that
never got
everyone
caught.
admires that never got caught. And so she breaks them out of prison. How to get out that prison?
Okay, I think that was the point of the
No,
cutaway.
do not. It doesn't
That
make
was-
any sense.
It does. They do it in movies.
And and I hate it when they do. You can just cut scene, right? They're surrounded by 100 cops. All these guards is coming on. She jumps in the air, and now they in the car.
they're that good.
No,
She's that good. That was the point.
Foxington is her name.
thank you. No, I can't go with this.
Okay, that was the point of the cutaway. So that it.
I need to see how you did that. I really do.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to narrow this down. I'm going to give you one more.
Oh, okay.
How do the handcuffs on the snake work?
Obviously it doesn't. The first time they had them tied in a knot. With the shot.
Well, the end, it was just around his neck.
Yeah.
Just around his neck.
I think
And
they
I
just
kept
put it.
looking
I'm
like this
pretty
makes no
sure-
sense.
I'm pretty sure that was a joke. I'm pretty sure that was a joke in the movie because you can't handcuff a snake, and the cops just put it on him just because.
They put handcuffs on all the other ones.
They have arms.
They have arms and legs.
Oh, I see. She didn't complain about the shark in the Piranha having arms, just the legs. The legs was the problem for her. The arms were okay though.
That's where she drew the line.
People laugh like arms, I get, but why do they have legs?
Whatever.
All right. Oh man, yeah. Dorian hates children's movies.
I don't hate-
That's the name of the.
I don't hate children's movie, but they're just
Have you seen Zootopia?
yeah.
Did you
Did
like it?
Yeah, I like. Did you like
I
it?
did like Zootopia.
Oh, you were okay with the rabbit talking and stuff?
The whole world is animals
Yeah,
that talk.
the whole world's animals. Okay. All right.
That's the thing. In this movie, we had talking animals with regular animals, and then people that talked. And I'm like, I don't understand how this world works. And then you elected a fox as governor, and then I'm like, isn't fox also predators? Which then I turned out to be right, because she turned out to be the Crimson Paw. So,
but nobody's afraid of a fox. That's the thing. That's why I was saying. That's why the tarantula was there. People are afraid of tarantulas and wolves and stuff. No one's afraid of a fox. Yes, they're predators, but unless it's rabid, I'm not worried about a fox. Unless it's around your young child, then you might want to be worried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, keep pelicans away from your children.
When are you ever near a pelican?
I'm just saying, man. Pelicans are evil.
In Louisiana.
You ever see man, pelicans messed up.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
they are. I'm gonna go on this tangent.
I don't need to hear, because I feel like I've heard this before.
You probably have, yeah, because they be eating babies alive, like other birds' baby. Like they walk up in the nesting grounds of the birds and just pick up one of the babies and swallow it down in a nasty little flappy thing.
Their bills.
Yeah,
I know it's not called a bill, but
it's a flappy thingy. Flappy pouch.
Why are you watching things on pelicans?
I don't know. I watch a lot of random stuff.
Okay.
yeah, I draw the line at lions and
Exactly. If it's not about lions, sharks, or gators, crocodiles, I should say.
The animal world is crazy. There's a lot of animals that are like a lot worse than you would think, like elephants.
Yeah, but I don't watch things on elephants. That's not interesting.
Yeah, you heard about that elephant that like killed the lady and then went 100 miles to her funeral and trampled her body again?
Get out of here.
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
So
it's like they don't forget.
And it's like that elephant was like, forget you in particular. Yeah. All right. You still on nitpicks?
No, I said I was shorting the list.
Oh, I mean, you could tell us all your nitpicks.
No, that's fine.
I'm still going to title it Dorian hates kids movies.
I don't hate kids movies.
All right.
But since you guys just insist on disagreeing with me.
All right. What else you got there?
Just a couple of interesting facts.
Okay. Random movie facts.
This apparently this movie is based off a series of children's books.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, called The Bad Guys.
I would imagine.
So I'm assuming that we're probably gonna get a sequel to this, since everyone seems to like this movie for a reason.
I don't think it's sequel worthy.
Well,
I mean,
everyone liked the movie. There's a bunch of books. Apparently, I guess their main bad guy is a centipede. Now that's the thing that's freaky, and I can't. No,
yeah. Oh,
just because it's a centipede doesn't mean it's bad.
No, centipedes are gross.
Yeah, no.
They are gross.
No.
Again, like I said, it should be like a wasp. Everybody hates wasps.
No, I think centipedes but because everyone thinks they're gross,
they're
right?
gross.
No one wants to see that. So
they are.
Even though they're not,
they're disgusting.
They're disgusting.
No,
just eat leaves.
I don't care, man. You ever see what like in your basement just be a centipede? I'm like, man.
No, I can't stand it.
Why
No.
are they so fast?
And they're so fast.
I'm like, is it because they have so many
It's
legs?
too many. I think it's how many legs they have, and then how they moves real creepy and stuff, man.
Okay.
I can't get with it.
I was joking with y'all, but now y'all just made it.
Oh, my bad.
Told you. They're
Skipping you out.
disgusting.
Yeah, I was jokingly. It is very creepy, but I was joking with y'all.
Right.
But as you went on, I'm like, okay, yes, it is. I get it.
Yes. What was my other one? Oh, the choreography when they were singing that song.
What?
I guess it's called. There was only one song.
Oh.
Was
Okay.
it called The Bad Guys? Because the Piranha started singing it.
Yeah.
So they can distract him, so the dude can get into the briefcase. Which, by the way, the code was 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the look that he had when he was like,
yeah,
because he did all that work in the code.
I kind of feel like I'd have tried that first.
Well, you don't expect it, right? Now. I would have been upset too. Like I could have just put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if I'm a hacker and like I get in your computer by putting in password, I'm like, okay, well, all right.
I'm pretty sure that's why they probably try that first.
Yeah,
because apparently people still put password as their.
Still is the #1 password.
Why? Like, I don't.
I don't know.
All right, never mind.
Even my simplest passwords, it's not password.
Man, my job require a 15-character password.
Oh yeah, mine's
15.
too. And we gotta change it every 3 months.
I hate with my
I have
computer.
to change
Like,
it every 3 months, but it's only, I think it's 10.
Oh no. And then numbers and symbols and capital
Yeah.
and lowercase.
I mean, I
letters.
get the security, but 15. I'm like, man, I hate when my computer like signs out and I gotta sign back in. I'm like,
Yeah, mine's are. And it's just I have to go with phrases and words now.
man,
They're
that's a
usually
chore.
dumb. The first time we did this, I said this is stupid, and that was my password for 3 months.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I had I hate my job one time.
Wow.
And then
Who doesn't?
I was on vacation and they asked for my password. So I spelled it out and didn't say it like I spelled it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl was like, "Is your password I hate my job?"
Wow.
Whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
IT department don't care. Alrighty. Okay. So, interesting facts.
Yes, that was. Wow, man, what was my other one? Oh, all right. I brought up the dancing because that was actually choreographed by like someone
Okay.
important. I forgot whatever their name was.
Why? Now I want to know who it was. You can't be like, it was choreographed.
It
by
was choreographed, but I
someone.
thought it was like it's kind of cool because it was a decent dancing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to talk about this just because I was talking to my wife about it while I was watching it when they
Mhm.
were at the gala. I was like, man, the Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, that like dress pantsuit thing she had on. I was like, that's kind of dope.
You want her?
I was like, it's animated, but I was like, that's a dope outfit. It looks like a dress on the top, and then I guess it's a jumper because it's pants,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but then it's got like a tail cape thing on the
Mhm.
back.
A tailgate thing.
Yeah,
I think it's just a cape.
yeah.
Or would it be a tail? Is it a tail?
It's a tail because the cape starts at your shoulders, right?
Yes, you
All
can
right,
have
so
a.
it's a tail.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a cape if it doesn't start at the shoulders, right?
Yeah. So I was like, that was kind of dope. I mean, we don't have a lot to talk about, so I thought.
Interesting. Darren likes the costume design.
Yeah, for an animated movie, I was like, who's the costume designer? That's pretty. That's somebody. Somebody can wear that on the
Red carpet.
on the red carpet.
Why don't you buy your wife that dress / jumper?
I'm sure.
Guess you don't like it that much.
No, I'm like, where's she gonna wear it?
I don't know. Someplace nice.
Yeah. Take her out to dinner.
Not
Oh,
here.
Yeah. There are nice places here.
Yeah.
Although people do look at you weird when you dressed up.
I'm gonna say
That's 'cause
not
people don't dress
here.
Man, we went to Severance Hall. People weren't dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I guess the orchestra's not. You don't dress up for the orchestra anymore.
No, I think you should. People are
Right,
just
you
tacky.
should.
You should.
That's why I said
People
not
don't.
here. You're wasting a good outfit if you wear it here.
All right, is that all for?
That was it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the Bad Guys. I guess we'll rate it.
Mm-hmm.
There.
I will give it. I would pay for that.
I pay for that. I was gonna give it a watch while folding clothes. I mean, like I
would
enjoyed
definitely
it.
watch this again. And I'm not really big on cartoons and animated movies of this generation,
Mm-hmm.
but I would definitely watch this again.
I think there's a lot of good animated movies for this generation.
I don't like
Yeah,
too many. of
Inside
them.
Out. And,
Inside Out that was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
It might be.
It
Was it 10 years ago?
I also find Inside Out overrated. I'm not gonna lie.
Inside Out's good, man.
Inside Out is overrated.
It was okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is I really.
Has no emotions. So
It-
She doesn't. That's why she can't relate to the movie.
so I was gonna give
Angry
it
is running her insides.
I was gonna give it a watch while folding clothes because I enjoyed it, but like as far as children's animated movies go, like there are a lot better ones like Zootopia.
I will watch this one again though.
Why are you looking at me? You already know we'll never watch this again.
Yeah, but we still need
No,
your rating.
Yeah, your rating.
Oh, pure torture.
Pure torture. Wow. Ooh. Oh, come on. This is not as bad as some of the movies we've rated pure torture.
Okay, I mean that's true. All right, fine. I'll give it.
No,
I'll give it a watch while folding clothes. I mean, I did not enjoy the movie, but you're correct. It's not as bad as some of the movies we've seen this year.
Yeah.
Well, either way, whether she gives it a pure torture or watch while folding
It's
clothes,
overall.
it's watch while folding clothes. Overall. Which I personally I think is a fair bidding for this movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't know, watch it. If you have children, watch it.
Yeah,
If
your
you're
children will love it.
Yeah, if you're an adult and I guess it depends. If you're bored, you can watch it. I don't know. But yeah, that's The Bad Guys. Apparently there's going to be a sequel.
I didn't say there was going to be a sequel. I said there's room for a sequel because there's a bunch of books.
We don't have to do a sequel just because. Like,
Yeah, no, it doesn't have
First
to
of
be.
all, did they make money off this movie?
Yeah.
Then there will be a sequel. That's how it goes.
Well, you guys can stay tuned for our sequel, which will be next week. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you can catch up with that episode of 3D Rivals, which maybe, we're not set in stone on this, but it may be Nope by Jordan Peele, which came out this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.